No region in the world is more colorful and picturesque than India. Its ancient monuments and buildings, designed by master craftsmen of the past, its customs, festivals, religions, philosophy, and art testify to one of the oldest and richest civilizations of the world. From ancient times, people from all over the world have been drawn to this land. The Indus Valley civilization, the Greeks, Persians, Turks, Moguls, and then the Europeans have each added an influence that has enhanced the rich cultural fabric that is India. The vast subcontinent of India is separated from the Asian continent by the Himalayas in the north and bounded on three sides by the sea. India is a land of rivers and streams, mountains, plateaus, and forests of every kind. It is a sportsman's paradise.
Hi, I'm Andreas Wallach at the Ganges River in India for Rafting the Rim. Mother Ganges, or Ganga Mayi, is the fountain of spirituality to over 500 million people.
This special of the Rafting the Rim series tells the final chapter of Ken and Jan Warren's adventures on the mighty rivers of the East. Jan had met her husband during a rafting trip Ken guided in Oregon. Yet it was the sacred Ganges River where it all began. Theirs was a story written in the stars, as was the legend of Ganga itself.
Ken Warren is remembered as one of the pioneers of river running in India. In 1976, his first encounter with the holy river Ganges led to a series of highly publicized exploratory feats. Rafting started in India almost 2 decades ago when a group of Indians and Americans successfully rafted the upper Ganges for the first time. The late Prime Minister Indira Gandhi personally authorized the expedition, despite objections from religious fundamentalists who considered the adventure a violation of the river's ancient sacredness. The river team was led by the Oregonian adventurer and river guide, Ken Warren.
If you do get thrown away from the boat, you'll have a double life vest on, pull the CO2 cartridge as quick as you can, spread your arms out, feet out, and keep your feet out in front of you as you go down the river. That's very, very important. The life jackets will do the rest of it. And don't try to fight the water. Go with the current, whatever you do.
Word about the success of the expedition got out fast. And only 1 year later, in 1977, Ken returned to retrace the expedition route with actor Robert Duvall and an ABC camera crew. Duvall had just finished the filming of Apocalypse Now in the Philippines and was flown into India to star in an episode of the American Sportsman series featuring an expedition led by Ken. Robert Duvall, however, was somewhat misinformed. It is one thing to end up on a guided river trip thinking you're going fishing. It's another thing when you suddenly find yourself on an exploratory river expedition confronting whitewater rapids of virtually unknown character. As water levels of glacier-fed streams vary from year to year, so did Mother Ganga and her upper tributaries Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. She was a virgin river all over again and pounded her seducers with an utter vengeance that would teach them the true and spirited meaning of Class 6 whitewater. The highest rating on the international scale is considered unrunnable by American standards. In the West, Ken Warren is perhaps best known for his leadership role during the 1986 Upper Yangtze River expedition in China.
Beautiful lady of the Yangtze, we thank you for allowing us to be here. Especially to be here at your birthplace. Such an incredibly beautiful place. We ask that you take care of us.
The Chenab River in Kashmir was to become the last jewel in Ken and Jan's collection of global river explorations, and I was one of the oarsmen during the Chenab River expedition in 1988. The Chenab links northern India with Pakistan, and we succeeded to run a ferocious 100 miles of uncharted river. In the spring of 1991, Ken had a heart attack and died unexpectedly while preparing another expedition. In December of 1992, we went back to India to honor a wish Ken had asked Jan to fulfill in the event of his death. We left Delhi in the early morning hours of December 15th and headed north to the upper Ganges River. Our journey would lead through mostly rural areas in the state of Uttar Pradesh, where we witnessed much of the praised Indian hospitality whenever we stopped. As an oarsman on one of Ken's expeditions in Kashmir, I once overheard him say, "Meeting the people is what it's really all about. Always remember that. Encounters with the people of India are delightful indeed."
India is a country that's so diversified and so rich in culture. It's like you're on sensory overload to come here and experience all of the smells and the sounds and the sights. India is just an incredibly special place.
Here, come here, Don. I'll give you a bite. He eats it with the skin on.